Hey guys, Dov here with another battle for Total War Warhammer 2 multiplayer, and I know, these are not Pistoliers, they are in fact Outriders. We're going to be taking the Empire today against Lizardmen, up against Dutch Skink, who actually has started his own YouTube channel. You guys may know him, longtime friend of the show, of the channel here, so be sure to include a link to his channel down in the description below. He's going to be doing some Total War Warhammer multiplayer content as well. So yeah, Lizardmen versus Empire. We both very politely brought no terror-causing units on both sides, and there's no Manticore summons somehow either, which almost never happens, but 3 Pistoliers actually are leading the way. I've spoke too soon. We do have some Pistoliers, 2 Outriders, so all in on the skirmish cav here. We've got a Witch Hunter and Marcus Wolfheart, so a lot of ranged options here. I've also got an Amethyst Wizard with Spirit Leech and Soul Blight. 3 Empire Cannons, a line of Spearmen with Shields, and 2 Empire Knights. So definitely going a lot heavier into the range component than I normally go. Meanwhile, Dutch Skink here has some Lizard Cavalry currently getting shelled by those cannons. We've got 3 units of Cold One Spear Riders here, a whole bunch of Saurus in the front line. Gorok going to be leading the way as he advances his Lizard folk across this little ravine here. Dried up creek bed. There's also a whole bunch of chameleon skinks over on the low ground there, and 2 units of Temple Guard, I believe. Maybe just the one? Yeah, just the one. So, setting a kind of a defensive edge here, we're going to be using these Outriders against the Cold One Spear Riders, potentially using the Empire Knights as a blocking force as well, although I definitely want my Empire Knights supporting the infantry fight if possible. Their charge bonus will be very good against stuff like Saurus, but yeah, it's a bit of a swing and a miss there on that cannon shot. Those side shots can potentially do quite a bit of damage. You saw that one took out quite a few models there. And yeah, since the little Lizard Cavalry aren't here to protect against this, we're just going to go ahead and give a heads-up charge straight into the Saurus. Of course, Saurus warriors are quite potent, pretty good defensively, and have good mass as well. Dutch Skink also going to throw a very nice Uranus Thunderbolt there, take out a few of those models, do some nice damage. Over on the far side, my Amethyst Wizard is getting caught up by some chameleon skinks, not really paying super close attention here while I skirmish back with my Pistoliers. Mostly I'm concentrated on the 3 units of Lizard Cavalry over on the far side here, trying to hold them back. You can see the Outriders have a pretty decent position here. One of them did actually get engaged, unfortunately, so we're going to need to pull them back, but nice little mobile skirmish force here. Have very high rates of fire with their repeater handguns, repeater carbines, whatever you want to call them. I don't know that they're necessarily carbines. I'd imagine these things would actually be very, very heavy, but maybe not. Maybe they're reasonably light. But the Empire Cavalry coming in, trying to block up these Cold One Spear Riders still. And yeah, more magic going to be unleashed from the Heavens Caster there. Go ahead and have a look. I do believe I Spirit Leeched the Skink Priest once, which actually did quite a bit of damage there, but Gorok now coming through, potentially going to be engaging Marcus, which is a bad time for me. Likewise, this cannon, I'm not really going to be able to protect for much longer, so might as well just get some shots into those Temple Guard right there if we can. Not all of the cannons have the best angles to try and shoot in here because of the like kind of weird hill situations, but thankfully the ranged units I have here can all just kind of pick away at whatever targets they need to, right? Like the Witch Hunter's got plenty of ammo. We managed to break away some of these Lizard Cavalry here. These ones, you can see, we're actually on the large, Ultra unit settings, which is not typical of multiplayer. Quick battles are fought on the large unit settings. This is on Ultra. So there are a few more unit models per unit than what you would expect. Battles are going to last a little bit longer than what you would expect at that setting. But yeah, you can see here using the net pretty much just on Gorok, which isn't necessarily the most efficient, but just trying to get as many shots in as we can here. Not really sure where that shot was going, Marcus. I thought I told you to shoot Gorok here, but oop, there's a hit. Flips his shoulder, does a little bit of damage there, and likewise the Witch Hunter will be using his pistol to pop there. Another Uranus Thunderbolt going to come down and try and dodge that one. I think it caught, what, 1 unit model there? So not too bad. Empire Knights charging in, but the Saurus wave is just grinding through. You can see my state troops are losing out pretty horribly, and Saurus are just, they're so kind of, I don't know, what's the right, versatile, that's the word I'm looking for. They're super versatile. They're good in many situations. You can just about throw them in almost anywhere, and they'll do all right. Amethyst Wizard, can't say the same of him. His spooky Halloween wizard outfit's not going to help him, unfortunately, against the might of Gorok. He gets easily routed away here and just absolutely smashed. We do have the Accusation, lowering Gorok's missile resistance and armor, his melee defense as well. And, yeah, point-blank shot. Nope. Skink manages to come in and actually cancel it out. Thankfully, that debuff, yeah, it doesn't last too long, thankfully, for Gorok. He's going to pop his physical resistance and other abilities as well. Extra armor from Shield of Eons. So he's pretty tanky at the moment. He's going to come over here and start to deal with some of these artillery crew. Oh, that guy had a bad day. And there are still a handful of Lizard infantry fighting here, particularly those Temple Guards are still pretty healthy, which might be a problem. I've managed to keep the Chameleon Skinks mostly just tied up and busy, like with the Pistoliers, with these Spearmen out to the sides, but I haven't been able to do much damage to them. I've done a little bit, but yeah, they're potentially going to be a problem in this late game. You can see the balance power is slightly in my favor, but we're definitely not out of this yet. Gorok, just angry about being shelled by cannons this whole time, is over here manually dismantling them. While Marcus tries to shoot him point blank, we're going to go ahead and throw another net in here. Marcus getting kind of tired, trudging slow, but he can still get some shots in. Come on, here we go. Get a nice amber bow shot, maybe. There we go. Actually does make contact there with Gorok, so that's pretty good. Unfortunately, these Chameleon Skinks are coming to start shooting at Marcus. His only 50 armor does mean he'll take a decent amount of damage from that. Likewise, the Lizard Infantry have pushed through, starting to compromise the last couple of cannons here. These Lizardmen and Saurus. I believe I actually manually fired like a point-blank shot here at one point. I don't remember exactly when or where, but... yeah, the cannon crew's not long for this world, obviously. But if we can at least finish off Gorok, we can maybe kite the rest of these Lizardmen infantry out a little bit here. Easier said than done, though, certainly, and Marcus is having his work cut out for him. You can see they're kind of going side by side, and then Marcus just, like, shoots him. Just buddies walking to school, no big deal, you know. No big deal. We did manage to remount this cannon over here, though, so we're going to go ahead and side strafe Marcus, try and get some volleys from that cannon to finish off the White Lizard here. Takes a hit from Marcus right to the face, and... cannons... Uh-oh. One more shot right into the shield. I don't think that actually helps here. The thought that counts, though, right? And I think that's enough to actually rout Gorok off. Yes. He is actually routed now at this point, and it gets finished off by a cannonball. Sad day for Gorok. Now we can start using the missiles to shoot at what remains of the Lizardmen infantry here. They do still have the Skink Priest to support leadership as well, so I need to try and take him out to take out the leadership of those Temple Guard, but... definitely looking pretty scary for the Lizardmen in terms of the balance of power. These Chameleon Skinks still have a whole lot of ammo or models left. Likewise, because I have these cannons potentially still that I can remount, this cannon crew's back from route. I believe there's one other cannon crew, yeah, right here, that can potentially come remount. So, you know, just being able to apply that long-range pressure to the Chameleon Skinks there means that I'm going to be at a pretty good advantage. These Spearmen come in to break up this advance. They're obviously not going to last a whole long time against these Temple Guard, but at the very least, just buying some time for the Outriders to use up the last of their ammo, Marcus to float in a few more shots with his amber bow. Can be enough in the late game here. And, yeah, cannon gets taken out again. No surprise. But Marcus doing his best to try and finish these things off. And balance power actually comes back almost towards even here as I start to lose out on a few units. But once we take out this Skink Priest, that will actually come back in the Empire's favor a little bit there. You can see this unit of Saurus as well, using up the last of the ammunition on the Witch Hunter and the Outriders here, just trying to take them out. Only got a handful of models left, and again, trying to bring this other cannon crew back in. Still got a handful of Spearmen out here, some Pistoliers, or Outriders rather, with no ammo left, actually chasing down some Chameleon Skinks there, which is really nice for me. Likewise, these Outriders don't have any more ammo left, so I can use them to chase. Witch Hunter's out of ammo, so he can potentially fight the Temple Guard in melee. I mean, they don't have the best stats. 31 attack, 38 defense versus 36, 34. I mean, he could definitely, especially because he has so much HP left, he could definitely fight these, whoops. I think I just missed the demise of that poor Skink Priest. Yep, got taken out by an Amber Bow there. And, yeah, I actually had to run to play in Turn's tournament at the end of the game, so unfortunately we had to stop. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that Marcus, he did use up just the last of his ammunition there. I've seen Marcus beat quite a few things in melee, same with like Elithnar. So what do you think? Do you think that the Witch Hunter and Marcus could have beat the last of those Temple Guard in melee? I definitely think so. I mean, especially Marcus has pretty decent combat stats. And the Witch Hunter still being absolutely, completely healthy. Just being able to screen out the last of the Chameleon Skinks there with like the Outriders and the few Spearmen I had as well. Getting that other cannon crew back online. Like, I feel like I had that one pretty much wrapped up there. But definitely credit to Dutch Skink, keeping things close there into the late game. And yeah, it was definitely a fun game. A lot of back and forth. And Gorok just chatting through at everyone with his Saurus. Finally getting picked off by that cannon at the end of the day. A little bit sad for him, but just kind of how it goes sometimes. Empire definitely can go in this direction in this matchup. This is not my typical Empire playstyle. Usually I go more offensive, charge focused with the Empire, but definitely the mass missiles can work pretty well, and especially cannons in the right sort of critical mass against cavalry in particular are very, very strong. Will they do so well against monsters? It's tough to say. It's kind of RNG dependent, and also depends a lot on whether, the speed of the monster, whether your opponent can easily dodge with them or not. There's kind of a few different variables there. But definitely a fun one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.